Daniel moved into the apartment building in Chicago because it was cheap. Too cheap. The landlord barely asked questions. Cash only. No lease longer than 6 months. But Daniel didn't care. He just needed somewhere close to campus. The building itself felt wrong from the first night. The hallways were narrow and damp, and the lights flickered constantly after midnight. Still, nothing truly strange happened until the footsteps started. Every night at exactly 2:17 a.m. Slow, heavy, wet. At first, Daniel assumed it was another tenant coming home late. But the footsteps always stopped outside his apartment door and stayed there. No knocking, no breathing, no movement, just silence. The first few nights, Daniel ignored it. On the fourth night, curiosity got the better of him. When the footsteps stopped outside his door, he quietly walked to the peephole and looked out. A tall man stood in the hallway, motionless. His clothes looked soaked with water. His head hung slightly downward. Daniel waited for him to move. He didn't blink, didn't breathe, didn't twitch. Then slowly, the man lifted his head. Daniel's stomach dropped. The man was staring directly into the peephole, like he knew Daniel was watching him. Daniel stumbled backward in panic. The footsteps never walked away. They simply stopped after another 10 minutes. The next morning, Daniel asked the landlord about the man. The landlord looked nervous, then said something strange. "You shouldn't open the door after 2 a.m. That was it. Nothing else." The following night, Daniel pushed a chair against the door before bed. 2:17 a.m. The footsteps returned. Closer this time, dragging slightly against the carpet. Then came 3 soft taps against the door. Tap, tap, tap. Daniel stayed frozen in bed. Then he heard something that made his blood run cold. A whisper from the hallway, very soft. "Daniel." He had never told anyone in the building his name. The doorknob slowly began to turn. Once, twice, then stopped. Daniel grabbed his phone and called police. As he whispered to dispatch, he heard scratching outside the apartment. Not on the door, on the wall beside it. Police arrived within minutes. The hallway was empty, but one officer noticed something strange immediately. The carpet outside Daniel's apartment was soaked with water. Wet footprints stretched down the hallway and stopped directly at the wall beside his door. One officer knocked against the wall. Hollow. Police broke part of it open. Behind the drywall was a narrow hidden space running between apartments. Inside they found blankets, empty bottles, rotting food, and dozens of photos of Daniel sleeping, some taken from inside his bedroom. But the worst part was what they found near the back of the hidden space. A waterlogged set of old apartment records. One tenant photo had been circled over and over in black marker. The man in the picture looked exactly like the figure outside Daniel's door. According to the records, he drowned inside the building 12 years earlier. At exactly 2:17 a.m.